stack the money, make it multiply. Yellow, white, gold, can't decide.
Hey, so listen, let's get right into it. We in the city of LA, so we got to start off. Let's start off with the Lakers, man. The Lakers, they're up. And today, they end up winning today's game. I'm sorry, and now it's tied 1-1. All right. So now with Chris Paul having this injury, you know, who do you see coming out this series? A lot of people were predicting the Lakers to lose.
I think, like I've been saying, like I said on why I said Chris Paul is MVP. Do you see the difference now? When Chris Paul is not in the game, that do not look like the Phoenix Suns. They was reckless. They scored some baskets, but it was no order. It was just Cameron Payne. Well, first of all, it was a good game by Cameron Payne, but he ain't no closer. It's Cameron Payne coming down trying to do a pick and roll all day. That's all he did. Devin was running around like this, just shooting wherever. Chris Paul, he calms it down. He runs the play. So I see if Chris Paul doesn't come back, the Lakers win it probably in 6. That's just Chris Paul comes. Direct.
Hello?
My fault. All right. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you was breaking up. You broke up.
We good?
Yep.
Yeah, I switched it around a little bit to get closer to the router. All right. So y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we good. We can hear you. Froze again.
If Chris Paul comes back, then the Suns. if Chris Paul comes back, the Suns have a high chance of winning. But I think without him, you see the difference. The Suns is not coming out this series without Chris Paul on the floor. He needs to dictate everything. So
I mean, I think that's enough. I don't think they was coming out this series anyway. I just think, though he is a catalyst for everything they do, I just think at the end of the day, there's just that group of guys is not ready to take it to that next level yet. I think next year they'll be there, even if Chris Paul is not there, or however that may go. I just think they just another year removed from being able to make that next step into the actual contention.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Fact is, they immediately when the game started, Jay Crowder, immediately. He did not play 1 minute before he had 2 fouls. He came back in second quarter, first play of the second quarter, foul on Jay Crowder again. You are not playing this half. So with Jay Crowder was never able to get into a rhythm. He made 1 play the whole game.
Really talking about
rhythm.
Jay Crowder? Chris, you talking about Jay Crowder?
What about it? What you mean?
Like, do you know how many times?
Another shooter and defender.
Hear the facts. Hear the facts.
Shooter and defender.
You know how many times Jay Crowder has beat LeBron in the series? 0. You want to know how many times LeBron's lost?
Beating LeBron. It's not about.
You want to know how many times LeBron has lost?
The crazy thing is, we're not even talking Jay Crowder losing to LeBron. It's Jay Crowder and Davis the first game. And now, Jay Crowder, you don't got to guard AD because guess what? You got fouls to start the game. It's not about him beating LeBron. It's just the matchups. That's why Jay Crowder went to the Heat last year, and when they went to the finals, they also had great defense as well.
They lost the game.
You put Jay Crowder out there to be another defender.
Life will never beat LeBron James in the
immediately.
Period.
It's not about beating LeBron James. It's about, look, you
take
out one of your defenders.
Listen, when it boils down to it, it is about LeBron James. LeBron James is the best player in the series. Okay, he's never lost in the first round. These are facts. There's really not much to talk about this series. It's gonna be over in 5. They're gonna be moving on to the next round. Paul's gonna be going home. He's gonna go to another team next year, and he might get hurt in the playoffs next year, unfortunately. And
I will say this is a fact, though. Those guys, other than Chris Paul and Jay Crowder, this is their first time in the playoffs. So they ain't never been in that situation before. It's going to look
like
series to learn.
Like that with DeAndre.
No, I'm saying outside of Chris Paul and Jay Crowder, the rest of those guys, it's their first time in the playoffs. So it's going to take more than a series for them to learn because they don't have that much talent to just win a series. So they have to learn how to win. Chris Paul can help him with that, but at the end of the day, he's still 35, 36. He ain't going to be there too much longer. So if they want to make a next step, they're going to have to do something and not rely on him.
Yeah, because Chris Paul,
I hear you.
that shit. Is it he signed a 1-year deal?
Remember when Bobby said I was like crazy when I was like, yeah, Chris Paul should be like MVP.
Nah, I mean,
it just seemed like they really needed Chris Paul.
No,
that guy who don't average
20
points,
and that's what I'm saying.
And dictate the game.
But yeah, he still played. He still played a little. He wasn't 100%, but they got
everyone's talking about like
the impact type of player he is because of his heart and stuff. Like it's not like he about to
see the impact. It's the value of Chris Paul. That's what I'm saying. Devin Booker, a great scorer. Yes, he can get buckets, but when you put somebody who's going to face guard him the whole game, he can't get his buckets how he wants to. That's why you have some Chris Paul who puts you in the right position to get your money. So, but that's all. It's all good. I say Lakers win it. Lakers win it too.
I think they played better team defense with Devin Booker today too. Like it was just more effort. I think
Caldwell Pope. Yeah, because and you're right. I said Caldwell Pope and I told Bobby the same thing. He don't have to score. His only job, that's his only job. His only job is to lock down Devin Booker. Face guard.
He better shoot that. He better shoot the other shoot. But let's get back on to let's move on to the next series. Okay, we out in LA and the two LA teams played today. So now we had the Clippers versus the Mavs. All right, you had the Mavs. They're at the Clippers right now. So the Clippers are at home. They had a home advantage. All right, but now the Clippers are up, or down in the series, to the Mavs 2-0. So what's going to happen? I think at this point we need to start talking. All right, is it time to panic or the Clippers going to come home and tie it up?
Panic mode. Panic. Because Luka looked comfortable. Porzingis looked good. Hardaway shooting that thing with confidence. Like, I don't know.
Man.
If Dallas stay healthy, they scary.
But I told you that the other day, Chris. I said, you was talking about them going to the finals. Say, man, they got to get out the first round first.
No, that was me.
I know you.
That was me. I ain't gonna lie. That was. I messed up with that one right there. I didn't know that they matched up with Dallas in the first round, and that's just not a good matchup for them. Their best defenders, quote unquote, can't check their best player, and he's out there treating them like barbecue chicken, tacos, whatever you want, lobster. He having a full-on buffet with the Clippers. Like it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. Tim Hardaway Jr.
My thing is with Luka, it's bad defense though. Yes, you can say Kawhi and Paul George play good defense, but they always on the pick and roll, which is bad defense. Stop leaving. What's the center name? Zubac. He on the island. What you expect him to do? He do a screen and Zubac checking Luka now. Like this.
It was a steamroll effect, Chris, because it started with they were switching with Patrick Beverly. They thought he was just gonna stop him, I guess. And that just gave him like.
You seen what Luka said? Too small.
You literally are. You got an under 6 foot guard. I think Patrick Beverly might be listed at 6 feet, but I think
he's about 6 feet. It don't matter. Luka's 6'8". It don't matter. Luka's 6'8".
Yeah, this series is not looking good for the Clippers. So now next question is, so what do you think? What happens in the Clipper land if they lose this series? Do they break it up? They get rid of one of the guys? They get rid of both of them? Like, what would you do? If you Steve Ballmer, what are y'all doing?
Oh, I'm getting rid of the rest of the roster. I'm going to keep Paul George and Kawhi. I'm going to keep them, but everybody else, you got to go. Clean sweep. I'm going to keep Paul George. Paul George, he's not doing nothing wrong right now. He not. He played 2 good games.
Like, how is Paul?
What's his name? Kawhi Leonard.
Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are supposed to be 2 of the top two-way, quote-unquote, two-way, this is people's favorite thing to say, two-way players in the NBA. And you got Luka Doncic out here doing whatever he wants. How is they not doing anything wrong?
Superstar, right?
You said what?
Luka superstar, right? Is
Yeah.
Luka a superstar?
Yeah.
Paul George not. He not. He a good defender.
Now
Paul George is not a superstar.
So if he's not a superstar,
Paul George is not a superstar.
Does he
He is not a superstar.
does he have his own shoe? Paul George? He got his own shoe.
Lonzo
Right?
Ball got his own shoe. You know that, right? Lonzo Ball got his own shoe too.
Come on with Nike.
Oh no. Lonzo Ball got his own shoe too. No, you ain't saying with Nike. You know, that's
Got his
facts.
own shoe with Nike.
Facts. Lonzo Ball got his own shoe. Jello Ball got his own shoe. So it's not about the shoe. I don't care about that.
Nike. Not
We're
with,
not talking about that.
not with his signature.
With Nike, that don't mean nothing.
Okay.
Who you picking right now? I pick 10 other superstars before I pick Paul George. 10 other people.
I would.
You can't. Bro, I can name 10 easy. You want to go down 10? You want to name 10 right now? You gonna pick Luka, right? You gonna pick Luka? You gonna pick Steph? You gonna pick Kawhi? You gonna pick LeBron James? You gonna pick Giannis? You gonna pick KD, Kyrie, James Harden?
It's
It's the
not.
same. It's the same result.
No. Don't sit up here and say
He ain't there.
It's the same result.
No, it ain't, because Paul George ain't never even been to a championship. Steph got 2.
Okay.
So don't say that it's the same. Steph is a
Picking them. I like Paul George, but he's an all-star. Superstar, I'm putting.
It is, man. Stop with this whole eye test thing. The dude is a back-to-back MVP before KD even got there. And Paul George ain't never even thought about winning the MVP. So stop it. And
You picking Steph? You picking Paul George over Steph? You know you're not doing that.
I don't know. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
right.
questionable.
No, it's,
Paul George over Steph.
it's not a question, bro. It is
Because the
not a
result
question.
of Paul George and Steph Curry is the same. If you put them on the same type of teams,
How is it the same, bro?
What you mean?
How? And he got 2 championships. How? What are you
so
talking
was
about?
Paul George playing with Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant?
Bro, what does that mean? What does that mean? Of course, they didn't play with the
Steph
exact
got MVP before KD got there.
right. Steph
Steph
had
got MVP
right before KD even got there. So what are you saying?
He did.
He won 2 MVPs of the whole NBA back to back without
He
him.
did. I'm not disputing that. I'm
While
just talking
KD
about-
and LeBron was
I
playing,
said I
while
would.
Paul George was
I
playing.
said I would.
He ain't a superstar.
I
He
mean,
an all-star.
but if you just
as far
gonna
as
say
we go with
something
Paul
that
George.
you would do that's just not gonna make sense. It's
I
just
mean,
We getting off topic.
Yeah.
If you ask me when I'm at the Clippers, Pat Bev, what happened with Serge Ibaka today? I really didn't watch too much of the game. I just saw the highlights because I was watching Lakers at the same time. But I seen Serge Ibaka only play like 6 minutes, which is I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got hurt, injury, ejected, something like that. But he didn't play much. But they got to go. All these dudes got to go, man. I'm gonna keep my 2 best and we're gonna rebuild from there. Like Zubac, who are these dudes? I like Nicholas Batum, but he's been in the league a long time. He got to go too. Pat Bev, Rondo, no. It looked good with LeBron because you got LeBron, a different type of player. He a point guard. He a point forward or whatever. But I'm trading everybody else and we're gonna rebuild from there. That's just that'd be me.
all right.
I ain't
So,
trading Paul George. He's an all-star. He a nice all-star and Kawhi Leonard's a superstar.
look, I'm definitely getting rid of Paul. PG, he could go. I could get something for him.
I can see definitely why you would get rid of him, but I think that's
I ain't getting
the
rid of him.
position he holds in
I
life.
ain't getting rid of him. I ain't getting rid of Paul George. But everybody else is gone.
All right.
Keep
So
it on 2 there.
I agree that you definitely blowing up the roster in some way, shape, or form. Mine is a little bit more aggressive than you guys. I would keep Kawhi.
Paul George.
Can I ask a question though? What about the coaching? Or did you keep the same coach?
I mean, I took
Ty Lue, I gotta keep.
gotta get tied to another chance.
Yeah, man. You didn't give Doc all these chances. We ain't going.
You did give Doc
No, I ain't going.
that team.
He
Though.
didn't want to be there with them. I think that was like they already had Blake was gone, CP was like his whole actual infrastructure that he.
I'm giving Ty Lue. I'm keeping Ty Lue as the coach. He be on the hot seat, but he gonna be the coach.
I mean, it really just show you, the greatness of LeBron for real. Because he made Ty Lue look like an amazing coach. He ain't looking too hot right now. He looking like he about to get swept.
He made Ty Lue look like an amazing coach. LeBron had Kyrie Irving on his team. You can see what Kyrie Irving and KD about to do. And James Harden. You see what about to happen. You know what's gonna happen right there. We saw that game.
Let's jump
we
over.
saw that game.
Let's jump over.
Yeah, jump over there. Let's jump over there. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, let's not act like their best player is not injured, okay? So, but with that said, the Nets, of course, looking good, but it's not really fair. The Celtics' whole team is hurt. I mean,
Tatum didn't want to come back to the game. He already knew what it was. Tatum left, said, "Man, I'm up out of here, bro."
I don't think that's what it was. You know, he just built different. You know, some people get hit in their eye and hit, you know, clutch threes. Some people don't come back to the game. Some this is different.
Are you trying to bring in LeBron James again?
I didn't even say that.
Talking about,
did he do
some people get hit in the eye.
I didn't even know he did.
Doing? Some people get hit
I thought somebody
else and make clutch three. Who are you talking about?
I don't know.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
You said that.
You always want to bring every topic to the Lakers, bruh. You talking about LeBron James. We talking about the Nets now. The Nets about to sweep the Celtics. You know the deal. The crazy thing about this is that they don't even need Kevin Durant, to be honest with you. Even though, yeah,
they need Kevin.
KD the best.
They need Kevin. You know why they need Kevin?
They do not.
Yeah, right.
No, they do not. They can go.
They need Kevin.
They do not need Kevin. They win a championship. If KD wasn't on that team, I would still say the Nets would win a championship.
No, bro. Listen, because you know at the end of the day, they're gonna end up matching against the guy you was just talking about, or Giannis, who they gonna have to play next. And trust me, you're gonna see the value.
That's the problem.
It's not a lot of 7-footers walking around with a handle and a 3-pointer. So you gonna need trust,
bro.
Because I'm gonna tell you this, the Nets are gonna have some trouble next series. All right, because you have a matchup issues. If the Bucks end up coming out, they match up very well with the Nets.
With MVP? With Giannis? With Giannis, right? Oh, wait. So you already saying that the Bucks is gonna lose to the Heat? Because you know how he just talking the other day, right?
Hey, that's not looking good.
The other day that he was saying that the Heat was gonna beat the Bucks again.
Yeah,
remember that conversation? And now he's saying, "Oh, you know they're gonna play the Bucks next series."
I'm gonna say this: the Bucks won the games they were supposed to win. They won that 2 at home, and now they play the Heat.
Why are we talking about the Bucks next series? Why are we talking about the Bucks next series?
It's looking like they will come. I mean, they up 2. I mean, how often teams come back from being down 2-0? It's not very often. So I would have to. I'm gonna jump to a conclusion and assume that they will come out just because their team is also a lot better. You know, they do have Drew. I would give you that. Middleton is looking good. They got Bobby Portis. I forgot he was on the squad, and you can't sleep on him because he's looking real good too. So
it's gonna be a real good matchup. Yeah, you're right. They will need this, but I was still I think the Bucks won the championship. I think I had the Bucks win the championship. I just think the Nets are Kevin Durant because of how they flow. Like I was watching the game today, and I'm just like James Harden just picking defense apart, and Joe Harris is just living. He's living his best life. Just get to shoot all day. Jeff Green, great defender. Then you going down there, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin looked like he played for the Clippers. Bro, they tough.
I want to know, what is the league gonna do about that? This dude really just stopped hooping with the Pistons, just like
he faked his athleticism. He faked his athleticism for a whole year with Detroit. 2 years. You're right. 2 years in Detroit.
Like what?
I'm still good.
He had 2 and 1 dunks today with the left. Like, bro.
Punching that thing. Yeah.
And that's sad. Yeah. I like Blake Griffin. That was the first commercial I was ever in. So shout out to Blake Griffin, man. I rock with you. I don't know why you did the Pistons like that though.
Don't be sad. Blake Griffin, like, look, I need a reason.
You gotta do better as an organization. You rocking the shirt. We need to get up in there and talk to them. I know you got the connections. They need a whole new way that they evaluate players, everything. And we might be the guys to do it.
For real. I don't see how they just
bring me in for the 10-day.
Hey, something. They need to do something, man. They
disappointed, man. Where we at? So we got tomorrow. We got the Wizards and the Sixers tomorrow.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about my guy, Ja Morant. Then we're going to wrap it up. Ja Morant is the hottest guy on the scene right now, the newest star in the playoffs outside of Devin Booker. And he's looking like he's coming for an upset against the Jazz. But Donovan Mitchell is coming back. That's what he said. He's upset he missed the first game. So who you got? You got the Jazz, or you think the Grizz gonna take it to go up 2-0?
Ooh, I know one thing. Don't call me during this game tomorrow. I'm locked in. I'm going with Donovan Mitchell, though. I like both of them, but Donovan Mitchell mad. They say he's mad at the organization for not letting him play. He going out there and going for 40. Easy tomorrow. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So he's the person that can cancel out Ja Morant's scoring, back and forth scoring. So I like that. I like the matchup. I still say it's gonna be a kind of close game, but I'm gonna give the Jazz the win tomorrow. I don't see Grizzlies going up 2-0. That's in Utah. No, that ain't happening.
So over under 40. 40 for Donovan Mitchell. That's what you going, over or under?
It depends on the minutes. I can't tell you that right now because I don't know his minutes, if you got minutes restrictions or whatever. But if Donovan Mitchell plays a full game, over 40. But if they got him on minutes restriction, going 25, 30 minutes, and that's different. His first game back in over a month or so, right?
Yeah.
So I can't give you that number right now.
Deal with Brooks, man. He's gonna have to deal with Brooks.
Yeah.
Brooks is lethal on defense.
I got Utah winning too, but I think it's going to be. I don't know if he'll score 40. It's going to be 30 though, but I think he's going to have to utilize his team a little more if he want to win. Because I think
John is not like a selfish player though. I like when Donovan Mitchell and Conley they playing.
He's not a selfish player, but I think for this particular series, he's gonna have to get them guys going because the young dudes they just harm me right now.
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm about to go out on a limb. The Jazz will lose against the Grizzlies tomorrow. I'm going out on the limb and saying it. I'm saying Brooks.
Guarantee you crazy.
I'm making.
Brooks gonna lock up everybody.
I'm saying Brooks goes for 30 plus. He's gonna be excited to see Donovan Mitchell out there. He's gonna have something to prove. That guy, him and Morant, and especially him, I think even more than Morant, because he don't get a lot of shine and accolades. He got something to prove. I watched that guy play against some of the best players. He give 1,000%. Like after Russell Westbrook, he might play the hardest. I don't know. I can't think of nobody else who play harder.
See, Bobby's living in the moment. You know, living in the moment. This stuff happens. I like Brooks, but this stuff happens. Dudes go out there have a good playoff game, and then they come back the next game confident, and then you said what?
He's been playing good.
I know it's the playoffs though.
Bro,
it's all about adjustments. So
going crazy.
See him ball out the first game.
5 years.
Just because you see him ball out the first game does not mean he's gonna ball out the second game. It don't work like that.
How many times have
he ain't that dude yet, bro.
How many times have Donovan Mitchell made?
He made the playoffs a lot.
A lot, and he just be going crazy in the playoffs all the time. So much that they done won or something. They done made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Donovan Mitchell been going off. Yeah. I'm saying Brooks.
That's what I'm saying. So don't act like he Kobe or something. Like he could not go off tomorrow. And he could get clamped up tomorrow. Like that's possible because he's coming off an injury.
I don't think that's happening though. I think
rhythm. He's not gonna have any type of chemistry with his team. And you got Jordan Clarkson who been going crazy. He basically been filling in. So we're gonna see. I'm going.
If Donovan Mitchell play full game tomorrow, he's gonna have 40 points and ain't nothing you can do about it. And Brooks is not going to be strong enough to guard Donovan Mitchell.
Brooks not strong enough to
He's
guard.
Not guarding him.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Brooks not guard Donovan Mitchell.
I don't think.
Yeah, he check all the elite players.
All of them. He a better defender than Paul George and Kawhi right now. For real.
That's fine. Well, can't nobody check Luka, right? Well, I don't care how good the defense is. If you watch some of them highlights from today, Luka was making some shots. Ain't nothing you can do about the guard. He was just throwing up some shots.
Luka is guardable. He definitely guardable. I done seen him guarded before. I done seen him get stopped.
I mean, you want to have your days, but today was like a day you could not do nothing. It was some shots. It was like, what you gonna do about that?
I think Luka, he feed off of contact. He feel you once he feels you on him, I think that gives him an advantage. But Dylan,
And that's what Donovan Mitchell does. Donovan Mitchell is that dude who gets to the rack. He does this crazy scoop. I don't know how he do it. And he got that step pullback that you can't do nothing about.
Donovan Mitchell hasn't seen this intensity as a defender yet in his career. I put it like that.
I agree with that. I would agree with that.
He hasn't seen that type.
You know that Brooks can't guard everybody, though, right?
Play after play after play.
Like Dylan Brooks is going to this man's head. Like I don't think you know who this man is.
Y'all living in them. Y'all like, you know what Dort was last year? Dort for OKC?
No, it's not like that.
No. First of all, this guy to play.
That's what y'all acting like. Oh, Dort, he the man. Y'all doing the same thing with Brooks.
Yeah, he won the national championship.
Like, yeah, but then we got, so he had a couple good games and then came back down to earth.
I'm saying he was the best player on the national championship. This is even
he had to come back.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow during the game. You don't ignore my call when Brooks going crazy.
How many playoffs has Brooks been in?
This is his first one. So far, he 1-0.
Hey, he's back.
Just how Suns, they was 1-0. They ain't got the playoff experience. Donovan Mitchell got the playoff experience. Total different game. He's 1-0.
He's got a great history of taking the
So if I said that same thing about the Suns last game, y'all would be like, oh yeah, they got more experience. No, it's their first one. They're gonna lose the series probably too. Because they're young.
Mitchell not playing against LeBron either.
And he ain't.
Yeah, you're right. He playing against Brooks.
So that's two different.
Who in his first playoff? Facts.
I'm gonna say this.
Facts.
They got a liability running around there at the center spot, which is Rudy Gobert. He's looking like a liability. And Ja Morant can't wait to just take advantage of that. They cooking this man.
You know who has to play better though for Utah? Royce O'Neal. He missing layups. He's doing a lot.
He was blowing last game. And I don't see I watched that last game too. I was like surprised, but I don't see him playing like that again.
He has
like not bad because he played bad last game.
It's too much for him to play like
when
that.
The playoffs come around, guys get to see them lights.
You say who I think going off though tomorrow? It's Donovan Mitchell gonna go off, but Jordan Clarkson, he going off too. I got money on Jordan Clarkson having a good game tomorrow. So
he going for 30.
I don't know. So I like the combination when they all play though. I like when Jordan Clarkson come off when he's playing in that second quarter. First quarter you let Donovan cook, Donovan get Gobert active, and then second quarter Jordan Clarkson's coming there.
I feel like when he's going off, it's just not as impactful as it should. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like
Clarkson.
Yeah, but he a bucket, bro.
He's definitely. I'm not disputing that, but sometimes it's just your impact bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bobby, where we going? You going? How much you going? For the Grizzlies to win? How much? How much they winning by?
How much they winning by? It's gonna be close. I'm saying it's gonna be a close game. Ja Morant with the game winner. He's gonna hit a little floater in the lane.
He living in 2K land right now.
Hey, that's big. Hey, that's real.
Because it happened at one time, right? You see how you just did that? You think it's not gonna happen twice. That's gonna happen twice in the last 3 games. See how you just did that? Donovan Mitchell and Ja Morant will cancel each other out, which will cancel out a lot of points.
They're not gonna even be matched.
And last game it wasn't a cancel out because Ja Morant was going at it and nobody was scoring more than Ja Morant like that.
But Ja Morant wasn't the one that was really killing him. It was really Brooks last game. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I'm saying. But from the other team. So, but you think Ja Morant he not playing defense too?
No, I'm saying, but they don't even match up against each other.
Like, how do you know that's not gonna happen?
Don't match up against Brooks, bro.
So the key is, can Donovan Mitchell stop Dylan Brooks from getting 20?
Exactly, 25, because he coming out aggressive. You gonna see. We're gonna get on. Listen, man. Let's talk about the Hawks real quick. The Hawks and the Knicks. Ice trade game. He out there talking a lot of mess. What you think?
I like it though. I like it.
They up 1-0 in the series. The Hawks are up. They still, gotta take on the Knicks coming up this next game. Who you got winning?
Oh, that would be tough if New York, they at home, right? Yeah, they at home. They can't go down 2-0, so I gotta go New York and win the game tomorrow. Man, but I like Trae Young, man. Like I like Trae. I like his energy, boy. He's a little dude who talk a lot. But I gotta go with New York to win. Julius Randle, obviously most improved player, and it was a close game. So I think that the Hawks stole one, but they won't do that again. So I'm going New York.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I lightweight think the Knicks might get swept.
Swept?
Yeah. I think that was a
They barely got that game.
I'll give you an example. You remember when nobody knew about Golden State? They first started winning, not when they won the championship. I'm talking about like the year before. And even OKC too. When you start to see those flashes of teams and they're like, oh, they just like a year away from, and I see that in Trae Young, the way he's playing, he's about a year away from just almost being unstoppable if he continues at that pace. And I don't think New York has enough to combat what he's doing right now. And they got young guys that play hard too. So I just don't know if they have enough firepower to score with Atlanta.
I tell you, Thibodeau will come up with a game plan to slow Trae Young down. I can tell you that. They're not gonna let that.
You said what?
I said Thibodeau will come out with a game plan to slow Trae Young down. I think this is going 7, actually. I definitely don't see a sweep. I think the teams are evenly matched. It's a 4 and a 5. I think that this game, this series right here will go 7. And it's gonna come down to like the last 2 minutes of a game 7. And we're gonna see who's really ready to step to the next level.
I mean, honestly, they both are even bucket, man. The regular season, the games were all good. So, but like I agree with you, Bobby, with Thibodeau, man. Like he a defensive coach, man. So he gonna go out there with a different strategy next game, just to at least slow down. If you slow down Trae Young, you at least contain your offense. You know what I'm saying? Because Trae Young ignites everything. So you slow him down a little bit, you're gonna be in a winning situation.
I just look at like Trae Young has the ball a lot, and the amount of time that Trae Young has the ball, Julius Randle has the ball the same amount of time, and I just don't see how that translates them winning because I don't see it. This is just a lot.
I hear what you're saying, but if New York can limit, obviously because last game there was a lot of offensive rebounds by Atlanta. You can limit those because you limit Trae to getting 1 shot instead of getting 3 shots on the possession because they're getting all these offensive rebounds. Then you got a better position. But like you got to attack Trae, man, and don't let Trae sit in the middle of the court because if he's in the middle of the court, he can operate left or right. But if you got to get him on the wings, you can possibly trap him. He a small guy. You got a better chance. So. But not a sweep, though. I got to go New York tomorrow. New York win tomorrow. Yeah. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. This Facts Over Feelings playoff edition.
That's crazy y'all ain't talking about my Wizards. That's all good. I ain't going to trip. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's crazy how we talk about everybody else. We talk about Russell Westbrook. Okay. All right, cool. Don't worry about it. In my feelings, that's all good. It's all good.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to follow up real quick, man. We're going to follow up real quick. We're going to get right back at y'all. Playoff edition. I'm Bobby Champion. This is Facts Over Feelings.
I'm Chris Staples. Tell these dudes get out their feelings, man, because I'm only spitting facts.
Facts, Marlin Brandoe.
Hey, and we out.
All right.
Stack the money, make it multiply. Yellow, white, gold, can't decide. Came to conquer, we don't divide. I'm a king, do it for the pride.